I believe that dating is so much harder now than it used to be before. And I've got so many girlfriends who are still single. They're very intelligent, great careers, beautiful, but still they're still single. If you're one of them, if you have tried everything and it hasn't worked, maybe it's time to try something new. That's why I have these 3 rules that I'm going to share with you. The Oxford Dictionary calls insanity trying something over and over and over and expecting different results. Maybe it's time to let go of your insanity and try something completely different. So stick around. These tips I want to give you are tips that are going to leave your man constantly thinking about you way after the conversation is finished. These tips I'm going to give you are going to make that man who calls you, that man you want to make a commitment to you, to be thinking about you and only you way after you've hung up the phone, way after that conversation. The only thing he's going to be thinking about is when he can hear your voice again. So watch this video until the end, all right? Do it. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah? Thank you. I'm really enjoying making these videos for you, so encourage me also, yeah? Please support this beautiful young project Ifintuni Wangu that we have just started to motivate you, to inspire you to become a better woman, a more refined woman. So stick around, Ifintuni Wangu. Please subscribe to this channel. Press the button, the bell below, and you will be notified every time I post something. Leave a comment. I will really appreciate it, and share this video. Now let's get on with it. Should a girl play hard to get? Absolutely not. A girl should never play hard to get. A girl should be hard to get. Now my favorite stories, my favorite love stories of all time are both found in the Bible. One is between an older man called Boaz, a young lady called Ruth, and the other one is between a man called Jacob and Rachel. Now both these relationships had the help and the guidance of older people. Now we are not fortunate enough to have an older woman like Naomi to guide us through the relationships, and some of us were not even blessed enough to have a mother to help us with the do's and don'ts of navigating the dating arena. So I've put it on myself, I've taken it upon myself to be helping you modern young ladies, even modern married women, on how to go about to sustain a long-term blissful marriage. It is one thing to reel in a man and get married. It's another thing to stay happily married. How you began the relationship is how you are going to end it. So you need to put in a bit of sacrifice, and there has to be some strategy. So you need to have a few rules put in place, otherwise it's going to backfire in the end. Yeah, I have 3 rules that I'm going to teach you, and these rules do not change. They are classic rules that can be adapted even to the modern woman. And because we live in a world where everybody is using technology, I've adapted these rules to the modern woman. First and foremost, rule number 1, do not phone him. Never initiate the telephone conversation with a man. It doesn't matter how important you think what you have to tell him is. Wait until he calls you. Go and talk to your mother about it. Talk about it with your girlfriend. Tell your neighbor about it. But do not call him. Let the man be the man. Let him be the hunter. Men love to hunt. They don't like things that come easy. Let him hunt you down. And when he calls, do not stay on the phone for hours giggling and laughing at his jokes. Time your conversation with him. Give it 15, 20 minutes, put a timer on it. And when your timer goes off, politely excuse yourself. Tell him you have other things to do, that you are busy. Because men like things that are hard to get. They like women that are hard to get. It gives them purpose. It gives them purpose. The Bible tells us that Rachel was a woman that Jacob loved so much. When he proposed marriage to her, Laban, who was also his uncle, made Jacob work 7 years for Rachel. When the 7 years were up, Laban tricked Jacob and gave him Leah. Leah was Rachel's sister, and this was how he explained. He said, no, the older sister has to marry first. But if you still want Rachel, you can work another 7 years. And that is exactly what he did. So in total, Jacob worked 14 years for Rachel, and guess what? Jacob married not only Leah and Rachel, he had many other wives, and among all his wives, his favorite was Rachel. And Rachel's children, Benjamin and Joseph, were also his favorite children. Why? Because probably she had been the most hardest to get. Be hard to get, and your man will love you forever, because he will always remember how hard it was to get you, and this will keep his love for you on fire. Number 2, this also falls into the number 1. Don't reply his text messages, his WhatsApp messages immediately. Wait even 30 minutes, even an hour before you text him back. Why? Because men like girls who are busy. They like women who have their own thing going on. If you text him immediately, it becomes normal to receive a text from you. If you text him 30 minutes, 1 hour later, he's so excited to see that blue thing on his phone when it says that you have a message. He even forgets all the other women who texted him. Your text becomes very special. Wait 30 minutes, 1 hour before you text him back. Number 3, this is also a very important one. There is a deadline in the week concerning when he can call you up for a date. If he calls you after Wednesday, politely say to him, no thank you, I have already other commitments. The reason he is calling you on a Wednesday is because you are plan B. His plan A backfired. That's why he's calling you now if you can go out with him on a Friday or Saturday. If a guy calls you after Wednesday to go out with him on a Friday or Saturday, politely tell him that you have something else to do. Why? Because men like exclusive things. They like exclusivity. They like to feel that they are with somebody, or they have something that everybody else wants. Look, at a certain time, a very popular restaurant, everybody wants to go to that restaurant. If you call that restaurant 2-3 days before you want to go and eat there, they will tell you it's fully booked. After a while, you learn that if you want to eat in this restaurant, you have to call 2-3 weeks in advance because it's very popular. The same with you. Eventually, he will learn that he has to book your date with him in advance. So you are going to promote yourself from plan B to plan A. And this is how he's always going to treat you even when you marry him. The problem is that we give ourselves to men because we don't have elderly guidance anymore. We just go on internet and we find men on internet, and you start texting and emailing and all the mystery that a man is enticed by, that a man wants to have for a woman is gone. They get married and he's lost interest already. By the time that wedding happens, the man is already looking at the bridesmaids and blah blah blah. By the time you're getting married, you should be such a mystery to him that he feels so privileged to be with you. And if this is how you begin your relationship, I tell you, this is the way your relationship is going to end. My husband, it was so hard for my husband to get me. We're almost 20 years together. My husband still treats me like we met 20 days ago, because men appreciate things that were difficult for them to get. Maybe you've already messed up in this relationship, but in your next relationship, implement these rules. And I'm telling you, even for a married woman, even when you are married, be hard to get for your husband. Don't just be there like, I'm here for you and I've got nowhere else to go. Make sure that you always look nice. Make sure that he can see that you are still gorgeous. Give your man something every day, even if you are married, to look upon and appreciate. Because you know what? At the end of the day, all men are hunters. Even when they're married, they're hunters. Make sure that when he comes home, he looks at you and he knows that this gazelle has to be kept properly. Because if this gazelle leaves the house and is walking on the street, there are plenty other hunters there who would like to have this gazelle. So make sure that it's always hunting season for your husband, and the only one he's hunting is you. Remain blessed and make sure that you are the Rebecca for that Jacob that's in your life. Goodbye, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to press the bell at the bottom so that you can hear and be updated and you can get a message every time I post something. Leave a comment. If this has blessed you, leave a comment and send it to somebody else you know that they would benefit.
Thank you so much for watching Ifinto Zambia. I just want to thank you, all the people who have already subscribed, and to encourage those who haven't to please do subscribe. I upload a video every Wednesday, so look out for a video every Wednesday. And for me to be able to alert you, press the bell below, and every time I upload a video, you will be alerted. And please leave a comment. Thank you.